Okay, now we're going to check out the beading foot. The beading foot is a very useful foot for applying beads either to the center or to the edge of your fabrics. And I like to use the beading foot a lot. So you'll see it's got a little channel right here, a little like a tunnel for the beads to go underneath. And I think you can use beads up to like 3 millimeters. So the foot just snaps in. But first I'm going to go ahead and do this technique where you attach the beads to the edge of your fabric. The problem I do have sometimes with this beading foot is the fact that it tends to pucker your fabric along the edges, and so I have a way of handling your fabric to help reduce the puckering that goes on when you're using the beading foot. Of course, sometimes it helps to use a little bit of spray starch on your fabric to stiffen it up a little bit, or maybe even Terial Magic, which will make it nice and stiff and the beads go through a lot smoother. Okay, so I've set up my machine using the beading foot, and I've set, this is going to be a rolled edge, so I've set this to D, your stitch selector to D. I have put my differential feed all the way down to 0.6, and I have changed my stitch length to a 4 rolled, okay, because this is going to be a rolled edge. So what I want to do is I'm going to first feed my beads through. I'm going to open the doors. Raise the presser foot and feed my beads through. Take maybe 1 or 2 stitches to secure my beads. Now I can let go. I'll shut the doors. I'm going to raise this needle all the way up. Put this foot up under this fabric right. If you can see it, if you raise your needle as high as it will go, you can actually get your fabric under there about another 1/4 of an inch. And so how I'm going to handle this is, if you can see, I am putting my finger, my middle finger on the back of those beads, and I'm making a space between my middle finger and my thumb, and the thumb is going to stay on the fabric, and I'm going to help it to pull those beads along. So I'll just touch the fabric. Okay, now see, I'm going to hold these beads. I'm just going to keep them so that they go loosely through my fingers and go into the guide. And as I am stitching the beads, I am pulling, however far that fabric moves is how far I move those beads along with it. And I'm just helping those beads through. Almost. And look, that is now nice and flat. Okay, you can use a 2-thread narrow flat lock stitch in order to put the beads in the center of your fabric. Last time we put the beads on the edge of the fabric, but this time I want it in the middle. So I have set my machine for a 2-thread flat lock, which meant I have put my stitch selector at B. My differential feed is down to 0.6. I've engaged the subsidiary looper, and what that is here is this thing right here. It looks like a safety pin, and I'm just going to push it into place. And I have set my stitch length at 4 regular stitching. Okay, I'm going to feed these beads in, again just like I did before. Take a couple of stitches, lower that, take a couple of stitches. That way it secures the beads. I'm going to raise the foot, put it right up next to the needle. It's hard to, I don't know if you can see this, but you want to push that fabric right up to the needle. You'll see a U right here in the foot. So you're going to align your fabric with the center of that U. Okay, and same thing, I'm going to touch the beads like I did before with my middle finger in the back. Like this. I'm going to put, Put my middle finger on the beads, my thumb on the fabric, and let the fabric go through, and I want to maintain tension between my middle finger and the thumb so that these beads go on smoothly, and I'm just helping assist those beads through the foot. Okay, and now because I'm using a flat lock, magic happens. Pull the fabric apart, and you end up with your beads nice in the center of your fabric. There's your ladder stitch on the back, and now you're able to apply those beads. Now you do know that you don't have to restrict this just to beads. You can also use this foot for small sequins, as long as you have the sequins lapping towards you so that they will not get caught up in here in the foot. But I love to use the beading foot for applying beads, and it does a beautiful job. Okay, see you next time. Bye.